Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth. On today's show, we'll give you a first-hand look at a fun trip some Homestead students took over the summer. We'll share some information about the upcoming Homecoming Week festivities taking place and how you can take part in it. Olivia Butler has your weekend weather outlook, plus we'll share other stories from around the school that you won't want to miss. And to wrap things up, Braxton Hall delivers the next episode of Down to the Wire, recapping the week it was in Homestead athletics. All that and so much more is coming up right now on HHS In-Depth. Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, September 5th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Elena Baker.
And I'm Kinley Sugar. And Elena, did you hear that Hamilton the Musical, for its 10-year anniversary, is coming back to theaters over the weekend?
I did hear that. That'd be something super fun for me and my friends to do over the weekend. Something else fun that happened over the summer is a group of Homestead students traded classrooms for canyons, traveling west with the Environmental Club sponsors to explore some of the nation's most breathtaking national parks. From hiking trails to experiencing natural wonders firsthand, the trip was an adventure they won't soon forget. Reporter Emma Newberry has the story.
This trip took them through various national parks like the Grand Canyon, Zion, Canyonlands, Arches, Capitol Reef, and Bryce, as well as two national monuments, Sunset Crater and Monument Valley. This trip made lifelong memories and a lasting impact on all who went.
So on the trip, I became friends with Emma, and we still keep in touch. We go Chick-fil-A. It's so much fun. And as for like the other people that went on the trip, we're all friends on Instagram and Snapchat. And before I went on the trip, I didn't know Mr. Yeager, but we have like that special bond now.
I think the students end up having friendships, new friendships that come out of this travel experience. And I think that's one of the coolest elements, the fact that students continue to hang out with one another and to meet up with one another even after our trip is over.
But you may be wondering, how is this even relevant to the classrooms at Homestead?
I love traveling with students and experiencing things with them for the very first time. So not only does the content from my class come to life, but just getting to see and be exposed to so many new places and opportunities is incredible and is truly impactful on everyone's lives.
There's a lot of times throughout the trip that like Merkling would put her input in about stuff that we reviewed in class and like learned, and it was so interesting to like go from environmental class to go on a trip with like Merkling and see these national parks. It was so cool.
If you're interested in joining Environmental Club, it's definitely not too late to join. So make sure to go to the next meeting, September 16th, in room B 2024. Reporting for HHS In-Depth, I'm Emma Newberry.
Thanks, Emma, for that story and for taking us along on that summer journey.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In recent news, 42-year-old Leon Gonzalo Jr. is facing murder charges in Houston after allegedly shooting and killing an 11-year-old boy. The victim, Julian Guzman, had been out with friends playing a prank known as ding-dong ditching, where kids knock on doors and run away. But after they ran from Gonzalo's home, police say he stepped outside and began shooting, tragically hitting Julian in the back. A Houston police sergeant later shared that in his opinion, this case does not look like self-defense. Shifting to something more uplifting, a West Point football player and his father are being recognized as heroes after helping save a man from a burning car in upstate New York. Larry Pickett Jr. and his family happened to be driving by when they saw a car on fire after crashing into a utility pole. Without hesitation, Pickett and his dad jumped into action, pulling the man from the vehicle to safety. Pickett's father said afterward that it was not only an act of leadership, but also a true reflection of his son's character and the values being built at West Point.
Thank you, Kenley, for some news outside the walls of Homestead. Stick around for more HHS In-Depth coming your way.
September is Suicide Prevention Month. Every year, more than 48,000 people die by suicide in the United States. That's about one death every 11 minutes. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for teens and young adults, but help is always available. If you or someone you know is struggling, call or text 988 to connect with the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Following the success of last year's Read Under the Lights, Homestead High School will host Art Under the Lights on Thursday, September 18th. The evening will showcase both performing and visual arts programs from all SAC schools, along with food trucks and plenty of live performances throughout the night. The event runs from 6 to 9 p.m. at the football stadium, and admission is free. You won't want to miss it.
Sprinters, jumpers, and hurdlers not involved in a fall sport. Coach Whitfield will host conditioning sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4:30 now through October 9th. Athletes should meet in front of the weight room by door 1. Please spread the word to anyone running track, both boys and girls.
Homestead Survival of the Spartans is back for homecoming week. The grade level competition kicks off Tuesday, September 23rd at 6 p.m. on the band practice turf, with events like tug of war and a water balloon toss. Teams must include 5 boys and 5 girls from the same grade with a $10 entry fee per person. Packets are available in Senior Peepers Room, A1027, and must be returned by September 9th.
The Olympus Robotics team is hosting a call-out meeting on Thursday, September 11th, right after school in Room B2017. Olympus competes in the first robotics competition, a worldwide event where high school teams have just 8 weeks to build, design, and program 120-pound robots. After that, they face off in a high-energy competition with schools from across the state and country. But it's not just about building robots. The team also needs students interested in business, finance, media production, and social media. It's like running a small company and competing at the same time. If that sounds exciting, don't miss the call-out meeting on Thursday, September 11th in Room B2017. Everyone is welcome to attend.
Attention NHS seniors. There are 2 great opportunities to start earning sponsored hours for the 2025-26 school year. Check your email for details on volunteering at Arts Under the Lights on September 18th, as well as a brand new option, after-school tutoring at Summit Middle School. If you have any questions, reach out to any NHS Executive Board member.
If you've ever had tech troubles, you're not alone. Taking care of your school device is key to stay on top of your assignments. Computer Tech Desk Specialist Mrs. Rival shares some helpful tips on how students can take better care of their devices and set themselves up for success.
The difference, our tech here at the high school has not changed since last year, but anybody that's a freshman that's been through Southwest Allen County schools, they were all on iPads from kindergarten through 8th grade. So that's going to be a big change for them this year. Make sure you're shutting your computer down, restarting it. There are options that you can do that on the computer. If you're not sure how, ask a friend, Google it. Hopefully teachers will help them out as well if they need it. The other thing is if anything breaks, don't hesitate to come see us. We've had a lot of students that wait and then they get bills for it. So don't be afraid to come and stop in. You pass us every day going to lunch and coming back from lunch. If you ride the bus, you pass our desk when you are coming off the bus. We're down what's called the Grand Hallway. So study hall will be on the left-hand side and we're on the right-hand side attached to the library. Just take care of the computer. You're borrowing it from the school. Don't do anything on the computer that's going to get you in trouble, because the last thing we want to do is have a student be an ISS or suspended for misuse of computer technology.
Senior Asta Handel recently took part in High School Hustle, a nonprofit that mentors students in becoming successful entrepreneurs.
My favorite part was just working hard during the summer with my friends. We would get up early and they were all pretty motivated by the idea of winning the competition. So just working throughout the summer was my favorite part.
After spending the summer growing his company, Handel's detailing Austin's hard work has paid off. His business placed 10th overall out of more than 2,000 student-owned companies, earning him $10,000 at last week's awards ceremony in Indianapolis.
Spartan seniors, don't miss out on valuable scholarship opportunities. Be sure to visit the HHS Scholarships page. You'll find several applications available, including the prestigious Lilliot Scholarship, the PEO Star Scholarship, and the IU Wells Scholarship, just to name a few. Deadlines are quickly approaching, so act now.
Due to tax cuts from Senate Bill 1, school corporations across the state could lose millions of dollars in the coming years. Library funding has already taken a hit, leaving fewer resources for students. To help address this, Key Club is hosting a book drive now through September 18th. Gently used books will be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Indiana to support students in need. For more information or questions about the book drive, please email the address shown below.
Now it's time to hear more about what we can expect weather-wise this weekend.
Joining us in the studio is weather reporter Olivia Butler. Olivia, can you tell us a little bit what we can expect about this weekend's weather?
Elena and Kenley, the upcoming weekend temperatures are very much similar to what we've experienced this past week. However, it is looking to be slightly warmer for tonight's away football game compared to last week, with partly cloudy skies and a high of 73 degrees. Be sure to show your Spartan pride at Southside by wearing anything Hawaiian for the game theme tonight. Looking ahead into the weekend, Saturday will have mostly sunny skies with a chilly high of 68. Perfect weather to finally break out the sweaters and sweatshirts for this fall season. And for Sunday, things will warm up ever so slightly with a high of 69 and mostly sunny skies. Just keep in mind that the lows will dip into the 40s at night, so plan to dress warm once the sun goes down. Spartans, be sure to go outside this weekend and enjoy these perfect fall temperatures before the colder months of fall sneak up. Olivia Butler, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks for filling us in, Olivia. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is coming up, including another edition of Down to the Wire after this break.
Next week, reporter Kaya Nums brings us a story over the homecoming dance, coming later this month. Be sure to catch that story and much more on HHS In-Depth.
Week 3 of the high school football season has arrived, and tonight your Homestead Spartans begin their quest for the victory bell against the Southside Archers. Catch all the action tonight at 7 p.m. on the Point 91.1 FM and online at WCYT.org.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire as Spartan Fall sports continue to roll on. I'm Braxton Hall. Again, we start on the gridiron where last week the football team traveled down to Noblesville to take on the Noblesville Millers. Junior Logan Frieden made his first career start and connected with senior Carter Kennedy for 2 touchdown passes en route to the 13-10 victory. The team will be back in action tonight when they kick off SAC play against Southside. Last Saturday, the boys cross-country team dominated the Taylor Invite as they placed first overall, and their top 5 runners combined for a new school record with an average 5K time of 15 minutes and 56 seconds. Jace Trevino made individual history as he clocked in at a time of 15:24.96, a new course record at Taylor. Their next meet will be next Saturday at IWU. The girls cross-country team also competed at Taylor last weekend, and they came up just a little short as they finished second out of 14 teams for what was still a great performance. 3 girls finished in the top 10 individually for the Spartans. They too will be back in action next week at IWU. In other Spartan action, last Saturday the boys tennis team competed in the John Shirley Invitational, where they tied for second overall. In the number 2 singles bracket, senior Ben Garion topped the bunch as he got first in his bracket. The result helped push the team to 4th in the state. They will compete at Carroll tomorrow. Girls soccer competed here at home last Saturday as they dominated Mount Vernon 10-1 as 6 different Spartans got their name on the scoring sheet. The win pushed the record to 5-0 and a 5th in the state ranking. They will be back at home tomorrow against Lawrence North. And finally, on Tuesday, the girls volleyball team defeated the Snyder Panthers 3-0 with set scores of 25-13, 25-18, and 25-16, which at their time brought the record to 6-4 on the season. Their next match will be Tuesday against Beaumont in Spartan Arena.
And before we go, it's time to reveal this week's male and female Spartan athletes of the week. Nearly every week we have a show. We will select 2 winners from a current sport, and the winners can pick up their prize from the athletics office. Congratulations to this week's winners from boys cross country, Jace Trevino, and from girls volleyball, Sophia Kent. Jace was chosen due to his record-breaking performance at Taylor last weekend, and Sophia was chosen for her great play after subbing in for an injured teammate at the Tom Heck Invitational. Congratulations to you two and all Spartan athletes with big performances over the past week. That'll do it for this edition of Down to the Wire. Good luck to all athletes in competition this weekend, and make sure to follow Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter for updates on Homestead sports. Elena and Kenley, back to you.
Thank you, Braxton, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.